Alright, don't mind the AC unit. It's a little hot out. I wanted to do a video on my old CSGO inventory. With CS2 coming out, you know, and Counter-Strike being a huge part of my life from like 11 years old on. I played Half-Life. I downloaded the first iteration of Counter-Strike 1.5 and before, 1.6, Source, CSGO. All of it, every iteration of it, and it's a big part of my life. I haven't played in a couple years, unfortunately. I wish I wouldn't have put it down like I did, but I don't know. I fell out of it. But there was a time where I had a decent inventory. Now I know there's people with like mind-blowing inventories, but like this was my slice of the pie. But I'll tell you my story and I'll show off some of it. And I got a little depressed looking back this week when I was like looking into CS2 and going down memory lane from literally 7 years ago. So yeah, played a lot of 1.5 and before, 1.6, Source, CSGO. I hit like 1,000 hours and I sort of quit out. A lot of competitive leagues, Cal-IM, Cal-M. ESEA, played a lot of ESEA. I don't even know the state of that anymore. I'm going to get back into CS2 just for nostalgia and try to get decent again. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I'm decent at it, but I'm sure people are like on a whole other level now, so that'll be irritating. But anyways, okay. So I'm not going to show the videos. These are all on my YouTube. In 2015, I placed an op redline bet on CSGO jackpot. It's a $13 bet. It was like 0.7% odds, and I won like $3,000 in skins. That's what stirred all of this into motion. I was dabbling with betting a little bit of skins and stuff back then, but that's what really sparked this adventure. And if you want to skip around the video to see some of the stuff, you can go for it. But there's videos of me playing with these knives and these gun skins, and these are all from my Steam profile. It's not fake. I mean, and there's a lot more impressive profiles out there. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, this is by no means the bee's knees. But the entire value of the inventory back then was between 5,000 and 6,000, and there was OP skins, right? And you could cash these out for a small fee, and I did at one point when they banned gambling and they banned OP skins. I sort of panicked, and I did not want Steam Cash, which is how it was for a while. But I guess there's ways through like Skin Wallet and other ways to turn these skins into real money, which makes me a little salty. I didn't care about Steam Cash. I could have $500,000 in Steam Cash. I don't care about it. You know, I wanted real money. But yeah, let's dig into it. And hopefully my camera's not too much in the way. These are all me. You can see my ugly face. It's an old photo. Yeah, just I sort of like stopped caring about this stuff. I won a few of these knives on CSGO Lotto, CSGO Jackpot. I have numerous videos on my YouTube of me doing like $2,000 in value coin flips and winning. I also had my share of losses. Like, I took a big loss before I cashed out, and then I cashed out like $2.5, $3 out of the 5. So I lost like $2. I didn't lose my money, but in inventory, and then I cashed out. But I had like an entire setup, okay? I had my butterfly slaughter, which was 16th in the world in float. Had an angel pattern too. Man, it makes me so sad going back through this stuff. Like, really, and I apologize for my AC unit. I had the Poseidon M4A4, Op Medusa. Every gun was low float and just amazing. These Dopplers, they were all phase 4 plus. I mean, and the thing is, back then, these knives were worth like $400 to $600 a piece, right? Some of the Dopplers a bit more. The Butterfly Slaughter, $200 to $400. Now, the I don't know if it'll fetch actual cash at these levels, but these are all listed around $1,000 to $2,000, and they're not even like phase fours, low floats. I bet I could fetch $1 to $3 grand per item. So I estimated my $6,000 inventory. Remember, all low float factory new, probably worth 25 to 35 grand today. Now, with fees, scams, I don't know how reliable Skin Wallet is. I'm not knowledgeable in any of this. I don't know if it would even be formidable to cash this out into real money. I don't know. But if I could, that would make me very sad looking back. Yeah, just... And the thing is, these are all like first generation skins and skin types. And the video proof's all on my YouTube. I have no reason to fake all this. I don't have the Poseidon or the Medusa in the inventory slot. They're on the second or third page. I remember that. Cyrex had the Icarus Fell. You can go through the Steam market. Here's a phase 3 or 4. Oh my gosh, I have a Karambit down here. I'll show you. Then there's some poop. Then I opened a minimal wear Crimson Web butterfly knife, and I didn't even care at the time. I sold it. And looking back, I'm like, man, I would love to have that again, you know? Like, I did have an attachment to these skins, which is a little ridiculous. But it's all gone. I cashed out at a time I felt appropriate. I regret it now, but I don't regret it. At the time, times were tough. There it is. Number 16 float in the world at the time. Had an angel pattern here, too. It's a rare pattern. My favorite knife, that and the Doppler for Karambit you're going to see. The Medusa was great. The issue with the Medusa was that was a stat track, $1,000 knife. Yeah, I cashed that out. I remember selling that. Man, what a time. And with CS2, there's H1Z1, the dead all of games. Then there's some junk thrown in there because people would gamble some more of the junk stuff. I remember watching people gamble pure sapphire ruby knives, and it would only like give them like $600 value on CSGO jackpots. So people would try to snipe those because they were worth over $1 grand back then. I can only imagine what they're worth now. Now, mind you, it might be a hurdle jump in a freaking flute to cash out for real money now. I don't know, but people are saying you can still do it. Let's get down here to the... Look, there's some just oddball stuff. I remember selling and re-gambling some of this junk. That stuff's not... It's probably a $400, $500 knife now, but... My other pride and joy... Cerberus. That was a great little dude. I had a sweet loadout. Aquamarine Revenge. I think this is still only worth like 80. This didn't go up. But Hydroponic, you saw that one. Blue Jewel Case Harden. Hey, stop. A Blue Jewel Case Harden. This is probably pretty valuable today. There it is, the Poseidon. This is super expensive. And you'll see the Medusa, some more junk. Hyper Beast. There's the Fire Serpent. I think it was field tested. Can't remember. Might have been Minware. Yep, field tested. That's still a $1,000 AK now. That was worth like $300 to $400 at the time. Catch me if you can. Yeah, I had them all named. The butterfly knife was float like a butter, sting like a bee, like float like a butterfly knife. Yeah, man, that AK is sought after now. So much. Oh yeah, the M4A4 Howl. I totally spaced this one. Yeah, that came in my first $13 bet win. I remember this. Minimal wear. Wasn't this a banned skin and it made the value go up? Or they couldn't... They removed it from a case. I forgot about the How. I think I flipped this because I preferred the Poseidon, but this one was super sought after. I gotta look that up then. I forgot I even had that How. Oh my gosh. See what I'm saying? Like, all in all, they're just skins. But it's like, you can see my photo up here. I'm in game. Hey, stop. Man, don't ever get a Chihuahua. Yeah, I got stuck with him. Wasn't my doing. Oh man, look at that marble. Blue tip. Whew. Yeah, definitely makes me sad. Looking back. Hey, stop. But I'll be honest, I did lose like 40% of this. Look at that Huntsman. That's junk. Even this junk stuff's probably worth 200 to 400 still today. I remember that was my first knife, a worn Huntsman. I traded up to a butterfly, and I won that lotto. I didn't even look back here. There's good old Rust days. That's right before I started getting into the skins. I probably had my base butterfly back here. I can't even remember. But 27-4, not bad. Well, that was ranked. Good times. I went past my Karambit Doppler. Sorry this video is taking forever. It's just going to be a throwback. I don't even care if it gets any views. Where is it? I went right by it. There it is. But I have it in game here. That tiger tooth is beautiful too. Where are you at? I gotta look up that How. There's probably not even any on them. There's the hydroponic. Did I even show off the Medusa? But yeah, you're talking mega money. And yes, it made me super depressed, but now I'm good. Now it's sort of like, it's just skins. See, the Medusa looked great when you inspected it, but base level, like I was a little salty. Like it sort of looks corny. It's just her hair. I wasn't the biggest fan of that. Obviously, everyone wanted the dragon lore. I can only imagine what that's worth now. You saw the juice. M484 How? Any on the market? None. Same with the Medusa. So I don't even know the pricings on these. Man. Yep. You can't even find it. Look at these prices, dude. I just don't understand how people are paying these price points. But let's look up the Poseidon. There you go, 1,600 for Minware. Mine was factory new or Minware. I can't even remember. But the knives were all low float. The guns all low float. So yeah, it's a huge amount of money. Now, are you going to get this in actual cash and non-Steam cash? I don't know. It's irrelevant to me now, but looking back, it's like, oh my gosh, the inventory, you know? Yep. Not much more to say other than the gambling videos are up. Me playing with these knives are up. It's hydroponic. I couldn't even find this gun. This was sought after too. I think it was worth 200 to 400 back then. There's my face. But yeah. Oh yeah, the backstory. This video is getting too long, and I should edit it down, but I'm not going to because I like to be organic. But what happened in 2016 was in 2017 they put a ban on the gambling. All that stuff went down. Like Phantom War was caught cheating on Csgo Shuffle, which I have lost against him in pots, which is sort of sad because he's a scum lord, and I'm glad he's gone from the internet. for right now. He may be back on YouTube or something, but can't stand the guy. But they did a ban. You had to start using like a VPN, I think, to gamble on overseas sites, which I wasn't too much of a fan of that. So they did the ban on that. And then when OP Skins announced they were closing down, I panicked and I wanted real cash. So I cashed out the remaining of my stuff because I had a full kit, right? I had the Karambit Doppler, the butterfly knife for both sides, terrorist and counter-terrorist, the Op Medusa, M4A4, Poseidon, which I should have used that HOW. That HOW was crazy. Every gun had a top-tier skin, you know, for my loadout. But I was sort of like declining on my play in Counter-Strike, and I needed cash at the time. So I cashed out, and I did not care about Steam Cash, so it was a very easy decision. I also sold the PUBG PlayerUnknown's pre-order bundle for like $1,200 back then. That's probably worth like $20 today. I don't even know. I haven't looked it up. Maybe not. Maybe it's worth $10,000. Who knows with the way this market is. But cash that out too. Need the money at the time. It's going through some crap in life. But looking back, I wish I had it all. And it is what it is. If I get into CS2, I don't know, man. I couldn't see myself. I'm not dropping no $800 on a butterfly knife, you know. I wouldn't mind having some of the newer base skins that I like for cheap. Spend like $100, $200, have a bit of a kit. But man, yeah, these days are long gone, and just wanted to share it with you, a little update and how depressing it is. I mean, and by no means is this an amazing inventory, but it's like the first gen skins, all low float. And you're talking some big money. I mean, it's not multi-million dollars or anything. But for me, looking back, not really looking at the market in years, it was sort of a shocker to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have just held on to all this. I would have had like almost a full page of knives, every top tier gun loadout. Like, you can't even find the HOW. There's only 2 Poseidons. You can't find the Medusa. All these new crates, people are probably rocking all the newer skins that are cheaper. So you'd be like balling. I thought I was balling back then, and I was. I didn't even care about the Crimson Web I opened. I sold it for cash. And I have a video of that too, and like listening to myself, I didn't even, like, I was excited to open a knife, but like how like nice it was, and to have it again, you know, if I ever want to play CS. I don't know why I have such a attachment. That's why the market is the way it is. People get attached to these things. But I'm still glad to be out of it and like push back, because the gambling was toxic. I didn't like lose my ass or anything, but I was doing some questionable coin flips and throwing stuff in the pots, and I got lucky sometimes. Sometimes I got burnt, and it wasn't fun getting burnt. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out the YouTube if you question any of the photos. It's all on there way back. Yeah. Me sad.